What's going on, brothers? I hope you're all having a blessed day today. And so I was listening to a lecture by Miss Hormozy the other day while I was at work. And this lecture was about the steps that you should take, the things that you should do starting $1 million company, right? And in this lecture, she mentioned something that had stood out to me because of a book that I had read earlier that basically had the same concept. The book that I'm referring to is Atomic Habits. So there's this specific chapter in this book that says if you want to be consistent in your habits, you need to do this one thing. This one thing that I'm about to tell you. It's going to boost your consistency and boost your productivity, and it's going to improve your self-improvement by leaps and bounds. And this thing that Miss Hormozy mentioned, and that was in Atomic Habits, is that you need to track things you're doing. You need to track your habits. You need to track your goals. You need to keep track of the things that you're doing in life so that you can watch, if you're actually doing them or if you aren't. And the reason this stood out to me is because I had been implementing it without even realizing it when it came to working out. So for those of you who don't know, I've been working out at the gym for a little over a year now. And back when I first started, I didn't really keep track of my workouts, right? I would just have a little notes app of what I needed to do, but I wouldn't tally or mark anything down when I completed my workout. And this led to me being slightly inconsistent. Like some days I just wouldn't feel like going and I just wouldn't go, and that really stunted my growth. It stunted my potential. But that all changed when I started using this app on my phone, the Strong app, where you could basically write down all of your workouts, and when you finish with them, you would just click this button and it would track it for you. And so when I started using this app, when I started using the Strong app, I could see whether or not I was hitting my target of workouts for that week, which in this case is 4, as I work out in an upper-lower split 4 times a week. And so when I was able to actually see the workouts that I was doing, when I was able to see whether or not I completed the workout or hit my quota for that week, it made me want to make sure that I actually did it, right? Because I was able to see, I was able to track what I was working out. And so when I heard this concept again in that lecture, it just opened my mind. It changed my perspective a little bit. And it made me realize that if you want to keep improving, if you want to consistently get better every single day, you need to track the things you are doing. So I've started doing that. I've made a little checklist of things that I want to get done every day. And on that list, it's obviously exercising. I put meditating on there, reading, doing cold outreach for my business and things like that. And now that I've been keeping track of them, now that I've been keeping that checklist, I've noticed that I've actually started getting a bit more consistent with doing these things. And as you should know, consistency is key. If you can consistently do something over a long period of time, you're bound to improve at it. You're bound to get better. And so I feel like I just had to come on here and tell you guys about that because that's helped me, and I want to help you guys. So the key to staying consistent, the key to getting things done, is to simply keep track. Keep track of your workouts. Keep track of your meditation. Keep track of your reading. Keep track of your cold outreach. Or keep track of whether or not you've recorded a video for the day. Whatever your goal is in life, whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever you're trying to get to, whatever dream you're trying to make a reality, you need to keep track of the things that are going to get you there. If you want to gain weight, you need to keep track of whether or not you're hitting your calorie goal. You need to keep track of whether or not you're doing exercise that day, whether or not you're doing resistance training. You can do that. If you can just pick one thing and start tracking it, do that for a month. I promise you'll be better than you were the month before. And then once you've got consistent at one thing, start tracking something else. And keep doing that until you've mastered every single thing that you wanted to until you reach that goal, until you become consistent at that task that you wanted. Need some water. Man, nothing beats the taste of ice cold water. But yeah, just keep track. Keep track and you'll reach your goals. Keep track and you'll become that person you want to be. Keep track and you'll win in life. Let's put the work in. We out.